Hey, it's Nathan Williams with Crazy Marketing, and this is going to be a quick video tutorial on how to create custom audiences or retargeting audiences based on people's actions with your lead forms on Facebook ads. So, a lead form can be a great way to generate leads on Facebook. Somebody goes, they click on your ad, it pops up an instant form. Facebook kind of pre-fills out any sort of standard information like name, email, etc. And then they can just click submit, and it's a great way to generate leads at a great cost. Now, there's pros and cons to lead forms. That's beside this video. Our focus right here is on the custom or retargeting audiences you can create based on lead forms, because I know a lot of small business owners don't realize this function or feature exists. So I just want to point it out to you real quick and kind of show you how you can use it. So first things first, you need to be in your ads manager and you want to come over to the audiences area. So you can click on your menu here and go to audiences, and you should land on a page. It looks something like this. Maybe you have audiences, maybe you don't. Either way, the page should look something like this. You could then click on create audience here, and we want to go with custom audience. And then for the you want to use a Facebook source and go with lead form right here. And then include people who meet any of the following criteria or all of the following criteria. You can select what's relevant. Any is fine for this particular example, but if you go with like inclusions or exclusions, or you start getting crazy with it, you might need to change this any versus all functionality. And my general rule of thumb is to not get too narrow or specific with your custom audiences unless you have like millions of people going through your ads. Otherwise your audience is going to be too small. But anyway, moving on down here, so we have a few different options. So anyone who opened this form, people who opened but did not submit the form, people who opened and submitted the form. So there's three groups of people that you could create custom audiences of, or retargeting audiences. So, anyone who opened this form, so they opened the form. And of course, this would be the largest audience right here because it includes people that have opened the form but did not submit the form, and people who opened and submitted the form. So hopefully you can see these definitions are pretty self-explanatory, and as you can see, these definitions are pretty self-explanatory. Anyway, let's go ahead and create the audiences. So anyone who opened this form, I'll just do a 7-day window here. We could retarget these people. Maybe they didn't want to opt in right away, or maybe we show them another lead form with a different offer or something like that. Retarget them, try and get them onto our email list another way. So then you go ahead and you select whatever page the lead form is on. So I'm going to go ahead and select my page real quick, and then we go ahead and we search for the specific lead form that we are creating these custom audiences from. Now, if you don't already have a lead form created, you need to go set up a campaign, ad set an ad, and create a form within the ads manager. I have another video on how to create lead forms if you need that, so link in the description down below. But assuming you have a form, you go ahead and you can select it. You can select multiple forms if it's relevant to do something like that. By all means, you can add multiple forms. For this example, I'm just going to leave the one form, so I'll delete that out of there. And I'm not messing with inclusions or exclusions at this point in time. We're just going to say opened lead form 7 days and create audience. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit done, and we'll create another audience, custom audience, lead form. And this time I'm going to go with people who opened but did not submit the form, and I'll do another 7-day window here. So we'll come in here, choose my page, and choose my form, and then we'll do opened but didn't submit lead form 7 days, and create audience, and done. And then we'll create one more real quick, custom audience, and then we'll go and mess with the ad set a little bit, kind of show you some ideas or concepts over there. So people who opened and submitted the form, in this case, I'm going to try and bump it out to 180 days. Oh, value must be less than 90. So we'll do 90 days, and we'll go with Crazy Marketing, and select my form here and demo form. And the reason I did 90 days here is because I'm probably going to use this audience for exclusion. So anybody that already opened and submitted a form means they're already on my email list. So I'll probably want to exclude them. I could also create, a 7-day audience as well. I could retarget those new leads basically for a product or a service or to go buy something like that. So a bunch of different ways you could go ahead and use these custom audiences. But for my case, I'm just going to use it mainly for exclusions. Anyway, coming on down here, we'll go with opened and submitted lead form and 90 days, and I'll go ahead and create an audience now of those people. And actually, let me go ahead and create a lookalike audience too, because this could be a great lookalike audience to target for more opt-ins, right? Because this audience will look like people that opt in through my lead form. So this could be a great targeting opportunity. And I know this isn't a video on lookalike audiences, but if you need help with that, link in the description below on lookalike audiences, just showing you some of the possibilities. And this could be a great option because these are leads, right? And they went through your lead form. So that's kind of like a unique type of person that goes through your lead form on Facebook and fits your customer qualifications. So anyway, let's go ahead and create an audience now. And so cool, we have 4 new audiences. So let me give you a couple ideas here. We'll come over to the ads manager real quick and show you kind of how you can structure your ad sets. So we'll go ahead and create a new campaign. And I'll just go with lead generation right now. And I'm coming on in here and demo lead ad and demo and then demo and continue. And now I'm just going to go to the ad set because we're going to focus on the audiences in this video. So coming on down here, so we can go ahead and do some stuff with our audiences. So for example, if this was my initial campaign here and I was targeting, cold traffic, trying to get cold traffic into opt-in for my lead form, I might target that lookalike audience right here of open and submitted the lead form. And then what I'd likely want to go ahead and do is exclude everybody that's already engaged with that form. So I could come on down here and do open lead form. And also I probably want to exclude everybody that has opened and submitted the lead form in the last 90 days. So that way I'm not showing ads to people that have already engaged with that lead form or that have already opted in with that lead form, right? So that's one way we could go ahead and use these audiences here. Let me go ahead and delete this out of here. We could also go ahead and, retarget people that opened but didn't submit the lead form. So right there. And this particular audience, of course, we could show ads for another lead magnet or some other offer that they might be interested in. Like they clicked on our ad, they looked at it, and so they're kind of interested. They know who we are and all that type of stuff. But for whatever reason, they just didn't hit the submit button. So we might show them another ad, try to get them to hit the submit button that time. Maybe that one lead magnet didn't quite work, but this next one, they're interested and they opt in for it. And of course, this is considered retargeting. So if you're not familiar with how retargeting works, it's essentially this. It's people who engaged with your business some way, shape, or form. In this case, they interacted with a lead form, and now you're retargeting them. You're showing them more ads because they've engaged with you the one time. Retargeting, showing them more options, offers, all that type of stuff. So those are a couple ways you can use these custom audiences. Of course, you can get a little more creative if you want to. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, I appreciate any sorts of likes, comments, subscribes, anything like that, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.